Welcome to Golf in the Cosmos, where physics meets the fairway and the universe takes a swing at your mind. How we doing? We got the Cosmos crew in the house. What's up?
What's going on?
We got
big week at Harbour Town.
Yes, sir. We got Andrew and Miller. Gentlemen, it's good to be back with you in the booth.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Excited to move from color commentating this week back to our normal programming, but hope the fans enjoy it this past weekend. That was a great event at Studio One.
That was a lot of fun. Man, we live streamed for 3.5 hours the second 9 of the Masters. It was quite the event.
That was some of the most fun I've had doing some potting. That was some of the best podcasting I think I've done, for sure. That was fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're kind of coming into our own form, as we're learning how to kind of bring what we love about the game to our fans. I mean, if you couldn't see it, we had a rotational color commentating booth with 4 and sometimes 3 on, and then if you weren't in the booth, you were playing the par 3 on the sim or Harbour Town, or It was great. Yeah, that was a ton of fun. So we're gonna have to do that again at all majors. So wake up early for the British and do normal, West Coast hours for the US PGA. But that was a lot of fun, though.
It was, and it was a good Masters. I was hoping for a little more drama. I mean, I would say Saturday was actually more drama filled for me personally than Sunday. I mean, it was almost, Hao Tong Lee's 10 on 13 was almost the highlight, and they didn't even show it. So on the main broadcast.
Yeah. So, you saw the picture of him like the Bushman, like Breeze Woods or Par Bay, just kind of in the bushes, like he's a Sasquatch. I mean, there was almost more drama before the back 9. Like the real drama was kind of Cam Young falling off, Justin Rose then taking the lead. I think he was up 2 at the 9, and I obviously had the house on him. So I thought I was going to win, by the way, at the 9. I was kind of celebrating too much. But then he got to 13, hit it on the green in 2, and 3 putted. And then the putting became a problem, and it kind of became a classic Rose at the Masters, but still a valiant effort for him. But
I got the hit on the top 5 for Jay Rose, and stoked on it. I think I was the only man to get a hit this week.
Hey, correct, you need it.
Yeah, no, I do need it. That's true. But yeah, I do think Justin Rose played a really solid game, and there's no reason he can't win. But if there's consistently someone that's just gonna dominate that course like Rory did, even without playing well, I just don't think you're gonna beat that or Scotty.
Yeah, I just think in those conditions, you have to be at 12, right? Scotty roared back 11 strokes final 2 days. Rose finished at 10. Rory won with 12. So, and we've kind of seen 12 or 13 be the number the past few years. So, great Masters. I mean, great storylines.
I think it's crazy that Rory was minus 12 Friday night, and that ended up being the winning number. I mean, I would have never bet on that. I would have thought, he's it's gonna get to 19 or something. Saturday morning.
His second round was electric, though. I mean, I feel like he had 7 birdies or the chip in on 17. It was you saw his round of the tournament on day 2.
Yep. True.
That really was a special round. That gave him that lead. Yeah, for sure. Gave him enough padding to like we said, Andrew, to start playing chess more instead of trying to score. Trying to birdie everything. He wasn't chasing as much.
Yeah.
Which is a perfect position to be in.
He could coast, and he still would land the plane past everyone else. And so he's like, okay, just got to survive, and somehow did just well enough. So wait, he was minus 12 through 2 days, and then shoots even across the rest of the tournament.
I thought he might have been
plus 1 or 2 Saturday. So
plus 1 to it was 11. I want to say.
Yeah, went into the day. 11, him and Young, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. And then minus 1 the final day won it.
Yep. Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
It really was impressive. So, but yeah, great Masters, guys. I mean, I actually can't wait till next year's. The taste of the Masters was a hit.
Yeah,
pimento cheese sandwiches. I that was just great munchies during the during the
By the way, how
broadcast.
long is that going to be at my house? Because I don't think it's going to last much longer.
I know every day goes by and I'm like, oh my god, I'm probably
like
not
I
gonna
might,
eat that.
if it's late tonight, I might get into it. You know, like no
You should.
guarantees.
You should
Actually,
at this
you
point. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
don't like it's not like my family's waiting for it or something.
I thought you use it to feed your kids, so you know.
Yeah, that's what I thought on Monday, but not the case anymore.
Yeah.
No, but look, we'll put a close to the Masters, and I think a great learning for us is that I think we found something as like a kind of a team within our Cosmos universe. So we'll be continuing to provide it to the fans. But
yeah, Bryce, shout out to Bryce
Yeah.
Bogies.
The star was born.
A great debut there. He was like a clip farm, dude. Like
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I got so many clips from Bryce Bogies. It was great. He was really a star. And the comments agree. So
yeah, he's our Pat McAfee. And I loved him with the glasses on and off, you know.
Yeah.
But even to having Momo in the booth, you know, Matty Momo, that was it was good to see him get involved.
Yeah, we did a nice conclusion. He came on at the end, and we really closed things out with him. Nice. Yeah, he was on the post show for sure. Yeah. So yeah, it was a great showing. Great Masters, just everything about it, man. You know, I think we all, you know, are gonna have we all have good memories from it. I think it's you know, it was definitely a hit. So we'll keep stuff like that going.
Hope
for
I don't
majors.
Let's just make the party even bigger next time. And
well, I was gonna say we need more soundproofing probably,
pool.
and I mean, look, we can explore different venues as Studio One, but
right.
Yeah, I'm kind of just hoping I don't get a letter in the mail from the HOA. You
cannot throw parties, but it's the Masters.
No, I know. Right. Look, it was the right time during the day, but look, I want to turn a page. Breaking news. Live in New York, Public Investment Fund sat down with LIV management. I would say Panic at the Disco. Would love y'all's takes, but I think we've been smelling this, and I sense a collapse.
But, I mean, are they pulling the plug? And it's, you know, when you have only really one investor that green lights, that writes the checks for all these events. For all these payouts, remember every event costs a lot of money because of the payouts too. When that one person decides to pull the plug, what happens? You know, who's going to pick up?
I
check?
mean, I mean, look, like if no one watches it, you know, like, and it's not like it's like watched internationally by this huge fan base. I mean, DP World Tour has been crushing it. Like they're probably even behind them in terms of ratings.
Of course.
But yeah, I mean, look, we have a respected journalist, Ryan French, saying that a bombshell announcement's imminent. If I'm going to bet on that announcement, it's that they're essentially completing the merger to the PGA. PGA's got to have them on the ropes in terms of leverage. They're going to probably continue LIV as a team format golf. I'm just guessing, by the way, this is total just you know, finger in the wind. But I do think there's value to LIV golf in terms of international play and team kind of setting. But I think it folds under the PGA now, and then you'll get to see players start to cross back and forth. That's my bet. But the Public Investment Fund didn't say a shutdown. They're saying kind of like a refocus on, you know, that investment, which obviously is, you know, potentially Panic.
Yeah. You know, I don't know if the actual, like, you know, meeting minutes came out. I don't think that's public.
No, we're not going to see that.
So
it was just
really speculation at this point.
100%, but that's kind of, I'll tell you this, we saw this coming. We had the departures of key talent, probably more coming too. And I mean, like, I don't know. I think the Public Investment Fund's just more focused on like the World Cup coming up than it is LIV Golf. And we might see them reprioritize how they're investing their money on this.
Let's just take a moment to, like, if we're zooming out and looking at LIV as a, you know, what can we mark? Was it a success or a failure? Let's act as if, you know, it's done. The team franchises was a big miss. You know, a lot of people would say this idea that, the whatever Bombers or whatever the team, you know, name is, was going to become like an F1 team or like a franchise, like a Premier League soccer team, where people would buy the team and own the team, and this team golf thing, it didn't really play out, right? Like
let me hit
college
on that
golf
though.
is a team
I think
sport, but
I think team golf, and Andrew, you and I were talking like match play, and there were certain things that I think are directionally right, but all those franchises want to have stupid names like Smash, the Rippers. I mean, one of them is like the Range Goats. Like, I mean, they should have been based around cities, which is kind of like what you see TGL doing. But like the city has a team. The city is paying for the players. Maybe they play there, right? You know, people come in, they defend their land.
Home courses, right? They need to own a course, and it's like that.
Come to my house.
You just travel around Europe to like other home courses.
I just because I mean we see teams in other sports, they're all essentially city focused, right? And made city stadiums funded by the cities.
There's lots of people to go watch, and that's just where the events are, and they're always at the same course, or maybe each city has 3 courses or something you play.
So look, I'll say though that the team thing's mixed because I think there are positives to it. Like, what happened to the PGA having like a March Madness style like match play? Like they should do that.
That's on the table. The CEO mentioned.
I know. My point is though is that like there's kind of like better than just seeing the best guy after 4 days, which we know is the best player, but like there's almost like the battle with the match play we're missing out on. But look, we can say the team's mixed. I do think they had some things right in international. Adelaide, South Africa, certain events I think they nailed as like future, DP or PGA venues.
Listen, look, they're putting big events in places where there typically isn't, professional golf always. So that is a good idea, right? Expanding the game, reaching different continents that don't usually get stars, to play. So people are going to be interested in that and come out. So yes, I would agree with that. I still am having trouble getting behind how they did the team thing. I get it. I just feel like it was an afterthought. The players would change a lot. You never felt camaraderie very much. I mean, they tried to fake it, I feel like.
I agree.
They needed to all play in the same foursome or something like that, and then play like it's their buddies, and they're like laughing and they're filming that stuff.
The camaraderie was best when it was like all guys from the same country, like Sergio's team is like all the Spaniards,
right. That
line on one squad.
You can get behind that a little bit, yeah.
But look, I want to move the pressure. I think Scott O'Neill's on the hot seat, and I almost wonder if Greg Norman's just kicking himself. I know he's out.
He's out,
but. No, but I think maybe is that a mistake now? I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that Greg Norman was the one who brought everyone together, kind of led the torch. Without him, we have a guy who was the CEO of Merlin Entertainment, held roles with the Philadelphia 76ers, New Jersey Devils in terms of, general management. But I wonder if that passing the baton is maybe creating a little less loyalty and vision. But who knows?
But look, we can't deny or overlook the world politics right now. There's a war right now that's pretty close to Saudi Arabia.
Do you want to get into politics?
Well, no. I think that affects a business like this, and in that sense, I think that the leadership there is going. Should we keep spending all this money on this kind of thing that's not profitable, and it's not looking like it's going to be profitable?
The uncertainty is making everything harder because you just don't know what's going to happen when you do something.
Okay,
so I think they're giving themselves options and probably just having the conversation about it, and maybe in their heads it is decided, but maybe it's not.
So let me give a little take without wading into the wars themselves, but look, I think Public Investment Fund, its main goal is to take the money that Saudi Arabia and the Ibn Saud's family, or by the way, Saud's Arabia is really what it's called if you actually translate it. It is to diversify that investment from the oil money into other ventures, right? Technology, innovation, OpenAI, Twitter, you name it, right? All these tech companies, as well as sports, right? And you're getting, World Cup in their league, by the way, obviously where Cristiano Ronaldo plays, and then LIV. So diversification being the strategy, sports being a pillar of that, esports maybe taking more of where they thought golf would be. I don't think it changes them from diversifying into golf. They're going to find a way through, but I don't think it's not like they're holding events in missile fire. I guess that, I don't know. I just
no, that's right.
Don't get me wrong. I think you bring up a good point. I mean, there's a war in Europe. There's a war in the Straits across from them. Big stage right now, but does the LIV golf decision like weigh into that? I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, you might be right, but I mean, regardless, right? It is one person essentially that funds this, right? It's up to one person, the prince, right? He can say,
I mean, the king, but
yeah.
Mohammed bin Salman. I mean, yeah, if it goes to him, it's his final call. I personally, I think this is like two or three clicks from him, but it probably got on his desk and he's upset with performance would be how I would look at it. But he signed off on it, no question.
So it sounds like, talking through it, that you don't think that it's done. You don't think it's gonna shut its doors tomorrow.
I think it'd be too much of an embarrassment. I think the way out is like strategic acquisition, which, by the way, what has been already proposed with the PGA when Jay Monahan kind of set it up. So remember when we saw all the news about LIV making a stake and the PIF making a stake in the PGA, like I see some kind of merged path forward, because that would be the best situation for them, right? Essentially join the golf monopoly, instead of being the
what I've heard is
guaranteed outcomes.
The PGA already kind of got that investment. They got a private equity investment, so they kind of don't need the LIV money anymore, and they actually don't want it anymore, right? They're sitting in a good spot. But look, imagine if the NBA or the MLB, if there was even rumors that they might shut down tomorrow. I mean, it's already embarrassing. I mean, this news is I don't know how this news got out, but it's like I don't want to say I wasn't ever expecting this. I think we all in the back of our heads were thinking, well, this can't go on forever. But just the fact that it came so soon after it started, and the fact that this is actually the talking points, that they're actually, the rumor is they're closing or they're having a meeting about shutting down.
Wow.
And it's that's kind of, imagine if the MLB was if that was being talked about. And then so think about the players who are on that tour. They have to look out for themselves. So
they're about to go bank. They're about to lose their jobs.
They're about to lose their jobs.
Oh, I think they're fine.
Well, no, they lost their tour cards.
Fine.
So they need to play on a tour, right?
That's true.
They probably have a mortgage and stuff. But yeah, I'm sure they have a padding.
Especially
of money.
now, if they've gotten a bunch.
Right.
So, by the way, I want to add up to Kevin. You're right. So the Saudi Public Investment Fund provided a framework in 2023, which is about 1.5 billion. That was rejected in 2025, and the PGA took Strategic Sports Group, a consortium of American team owners. So
there will be no
I think
merger.
I'll take. But it could be a strategic acquisition at a lower valuation, right? Like I don't know. There could be opportunities for the PGA to expand its reach and grow at a discount, from what maybe it was. But look, I don't know.
The timing is really interesting, right? They have some kind of they have some events that aren't as impactful as Adelaide or South Africa. And then it's the week after the Masters, where the main LIV stars did not perform. They didn't make it to Sunday.
Terrible.
DeChambeau didn't make the cut, for God's sakes. So now it's like their stock price just went even down. They were betting on LIV guys being on TV a bunch.
I think so. Yeah.
And there was a good stat of how many shots were shown of each player. And
that was great.
Tyrell Hatton was by far the highest placing player with relative to the amount of times they showed his shots. They did. He had a count. They showed like
11
or 7
Sunday.
or something.
Yeah.
But he was like top 10.
Wow.
I think he was even higher than that. But so the ratio, so they weren't showing LIV guys, and they weren't forced to either. If a LIV guy was tied with Rory in the final group, guess what? They have to show all of his shots. They showed 71 of Rory's shots, of his 70, which
Wow.
is every shot. He
Rose
shot
had like
71.
59. No, I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
It was a slaughter if we're going head to head on how the LIV guys performed this weekend. And to your point, it is kind of like a stock price, right? Like how valuable are you any given week? And LIV didn't show up this week.
Guess what? If DeChambeau or even Hatton, if he really say he won, maybe I'm tuning into LIV next week, and they're going, we don't need to have that New York meeting, But instead, things kind of went south. They're teetering. And if I saw one take on they added up all the numbers of all the payouts of all the tournaments, and it would almost if you were just going by the numbers, it would make sense to close the doors now and just pay everyone out their contracts and let them walk, and say, hey, we owe you, but we save billion, blah blah, whatever $1 billion by not having to run these events anymore.
I mean, I think too that they overpaid for the players too. They're giving Rahm like $500 million. I don't know if you read the article about how he essentially has like an entourage, and flying around on one of their, the PIF private jets all around the world. I mean, he's great, but I don't think he's worth it at that level.
He didn't perform.
Paying $500 million for a guy who doesn't, I think, have the biggest audience in the United States out of all the players.
Right.
Bryson does, obviously.
Right. So LIV on the hot seat, guys. I mean, is LIV still going to be around? What's going to change? What's going to be different? The rumor was they were funded till 2031, but just like a private company, you're funded until the plug's pulled. So things could change literally the next day.
Yeah. I mean, in New York too, maybe there's kind of private equity just licking its chops. Maybe Blackstone looking for a second deal this month. After locking in Tommy Fleetwood, get a league at 50% discount, see what they can do with it, load it up with 80% debt, and go from there.
I mean, it would have to be a real, sell-off, a fire sale, if you will.
Yeah.
If someone else is going to pick up that trash, man. It's just not the product that is, has maybe there's not much upside necessarily. You can have some
but they're
washed out players, or they invested in majors, guys that won majors, and now they're quickly becoming irrelevant. Some of these guys.
So I do think though, thinking of how LIV is now, and they essentially overpaid for talent, and it wasn't like you had, I mean, obviously you had to be good to get in, but kind of guys who are washed up are in, who are kind of maybe should be on the senior tour. There is opportunity, I think, to take on the DP World Tour in Europe and abroad, or make that bigger, right? Like a global tour that is really outside the United States, I think could be successful. I see that more as a decentralized kind of landscape. More, I don't know. I think there is I think DP World Tour is going on the ups, by the way.
For sure. And
so what I'm saying.
So is the PGA. I mean, we've sensed that this year, especially the momentum that both these tours have gained. But yeah, I mean, when Koepka drops off, Kevin Na actually dropped out as well, and then Patrick Reed. I mean, those are major hits. And
Patrick Reed was one of their best players, on paper.
And then the rumor is DeChambeau hasn't re-signed yet, or doesn't want to, or he's asking for a ton of money. It's not good, right? It's really breaking down. The
Let me make a plea. DeChambeau should just come back to the PGA. We want him here. He can make. I mean, he's made already probably $500 million, across everything he's done. Come back and play for the fans. God damn it. I mean, we want him here. We love him on YouTube Golf. I'd love to see him competing against Rory at every event. That's what I want. But
that'd be sick.
I think you're gonna get your wish in due time in the next couple of years. I am. I see him finding a way back to.
And I see too. I see a ceiling in YouTube Golf. They did the YouTube Invitational. I mean, look, I love YouTube Golf. That wasn't that exciting. I want to see DeChambeau on Sundays battling on live TV. And I think that's where kind of YouTube caps out in terms of competition level. It almost, is making me think, like, I don't know how like the league is going to go with Grant Horvat. I mean, I think there's a place for it. I think it will go well. Love the Bryant Bros, but the Premier level, it's kind of like watching the Premier League versus the MLS, right? Like there's just a little bit of some bit of an edge between the caliber of the product, right?
Sure. Yep.
Andrew, go for it though. Sorry.
I see something out there in the distance. It looks like a lighthouse. I think we have the RBC Heritage coming up this week, guys.
Here we go.
And I think there's that lighthouse.
Welcome to Harbour Town.
That's a beautiful flag.
This is a way bigger tournament than the news is giving it. Harbour Town is signature event, one of the coolest courses on the tour. They have a plaid jacket that you win, which Justin Thomas got to tee off with the cannon, I think it was yesterday.
That is cool.
I think it's one of the best tournaments on the circuit. And I've been there, haven't played it transparently, but I'm repping full gear, dude. Like got the Peter Millar on. Like I'm gonna wear this at work tomorrow again.
Perfect.
And actually we're starting a plan right now to play it potentially this next year for Wheeler. But
nice.
But no, this is going to be a great battle this weekend. I think pretty much a tier 1 lineup. Obviously not the same as a major, but I mean you have all of the top talent. Scheffler, Schauffele. I can kind of go through the list, but
Fitzpatrick,
Fitzmagic. By the way, who I'm calling to win. Okay,
nice.
he's gonna win again. I think it's right now. He was kind of in the mix too, but at the last tournament, Fleetwood could win too. But Colin Morikawa, Oberg, Cantlay, Jake Knapp. I mean, we go down the list, but I mean, Harbour Town is a place you have to play one day. It's gorgeous. Some of the best design in terms of courses. It's tight too. It's gonna reward. Like we were playing it on the sim, by the way.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, you're not on the fairway, you're screwed. It feels like it's 30 yards wide at sometimes.
Wow.
So
it's really tight. Yeah.
I'm ecstatic about it, and I will be camped out watching on Sunday. So, and I almost wanted to go live with it. I think as we continue to do these events, like Harbour Town's going to be one on the circuit for our live color commentating soon. But what do you guys think?
100%. I think that would be a good thing to do for big tournaments, those live streams. But with Harbour Town, it's like you said, it's a big field, lots of really solid golfers, and it's going to be really hard to pick my winner. I almost want to just pick Sheffy for the fact that he almost won the Masters, and he's playing
he's
this
won
week.
here before.
Well, he's definitely hungry, right?
He's the favorite. I mean, he's the favorite.
And I think his odds at like plus 760 or something like that.
I was like plus 430.
No, it's plus 628 right now, but it might be on a book like in the 400 or 500 zone.
Yeah.
So
it's 5 to 1.
Just checking.
The model has him at 13.7% to win. That's outrageous.
Yeah.
But look, tied for 8 last year, won it in 2024, tied for 11 prior. Knows the course.
Okay, now the question is, who could beat Scheffler? Like, who actually? I would love to see, like, per round, who's actually beating Scheffler, but he plays so sporadically.
Rory, and he's not playing, so.
Yeah, well, I'll say this:
Sure.
Matthew Fitzpatrick won it in 2023. So, I think you're going to see a top kind of 10 caliber guy just take this one. I don't think we're going to see was it Alex Noren last year push the playoff with Justin Thomas? I don't think we'll see that. I see Bob Mack show up, but he's never played well here. Well, look, I'm going to go right into my picks, okay? Like, I'm kind of feeling like the hot hand, even though I haven't won in a few weeks, but that's normal when you're betting on golf.
Right.
It's normal when you're playing golf.
Yeah, that's true. I'm taking Matthew Fitzpatrick to win, though. It just feels like he's been at kind of that top 10 finish zone each week. He lost in a runner-up, then won, then has been completely around since then. I think if he's going to beat Scheffler, like, he can do it. Top 5, I'm going to go completely outside the norm. I'm looking for higher returns here, but if Patrick Cantlay is going to show up one week, I feel like it's here at Harbour Town. He's finished third here before. I feel like he started to actually get close to the leaderboard. I know we haven't seen him like win yet, but if I go back past few tournaments, Masters, by the way, was the silent tied for 12th. Valspar was tied for 7th, Players 32nd, and then like it's kind of been Pebble Beach 14th, American Express 13th, but
Yep.
I have him top 5 this week, which I think is a stretch, but I'm liking it. And then I'm going to go completely outside because I'm up so big right now. I'm trying to like kind of spread the crap
Double
stable
jeopardy.
here. Yeah, I'm going deeper down the list here with a guy who I think can just scratch kind of top 10, but JT Poston. Okay.
Okay.
I like him.
Let me tell you why. Okay, and it hasn't been this year. Okay, spent a lot of missed cuts, but at the course last year tied for 11th, 2024 tied for 5th. If he could play this course well, he could do it, but it's definitely a stretch bet. But I kind of like it. I think this is a tournament where you're going to want to bet day 2, but because we provide him pre-tournament, that's what I'm feeling. But I like the JT Poston, a guy who's done well consistently at the course. But I mean, it's a bit of a stretch.
All right. I like that. Yeah, guys, check out the Cosmos research.
He is +7. Oh, sorry, there was some delay there.
+748 for top 10.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, guys, I mean, you can always check the Cosmos research tab on golfinthecosmos.com. That is built with Claude Code, among other APIs, and some
Golf Data API.
Golf Data API shout out, and that's where you can find these kind of value plays and some stats on why. Hey, might as well roll the dice. So for the RBC Heritage, my picks, first of all, I do think it's unfortunate that there's kind of a shadow of this is in the shadow of the Masters. Really, I think this event should be even, a little more talked about. But it's hard because everyone's still kind of talking about the Masters, and there's a little bit
also,
of
I mean,
hangover.
everyone's it's literally like 2 hours away.
Right.
I feel like that's why they have it lined up like
Makes
this. But
sense. Makes sense. And the field is really impressive. I was actually surprised all these people were going to play, but now, that's a good point. It's 2 hours away, so it makes sense. Why not? They're in the area. But yeah, to see Scheffler playing it, he's my pick. I'm really going.
I like it.
I'm really going favorites. I just figure he got second last week. He's hungry. He wants to get back in the winner's circle. It's been a while for him in terms of Scheffler time, I should say. The Chef's time. Top 5 I have Fitzpatrick, again going favorites. Top 10 I have Xander for the RBC Heritage. So I'm just playing all the kind of aces that I have. I'm just trying to not lose the $100 on each player and see where it takes me. I know they don't pay very well, but hey, it's better than losing. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to watching it. I'll be honest, I haven't really watched this tournament because I'm guilty of having a real big Masters hangover where I'm kind of like, I need a little break, or I want to go play golf, every day, because I just watched the Masters. So it's good to hear, your enthusiasm about it. I would say I wasn't so privy to it, and it seems like a beautiful course when I saw it on the sim. So I am actually looking forward to.
I'll tell you this: you're going to be pleasantly surprised. This is a gorgeous location, and if you're there in person, it finishes at like the mouth of the harbor. It's just one of those kind of unique like geography landmark, and it's on Hilton Head Island, which is an amazing vacation destination in South Carolina. So, which is by the way right by Savannah, which then takes you 2 hours to the Masters. But it's gonna be great. I hope you get to see it during the Thursday, Friday, but also on the Sunday. But it's had some drama as of late, so I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Andrew, have you figured out your picks yet?
Yes, I have. Okay, so to win, I'm gonna pick the guy who almost had it last week, Cameron Young, and
I like it.
Reason being, I think he has a chance. I think he's playing well. He got a little fatigued at the end of the Masters, and I think he has the game for this place. I think his little pause at the top is inspiring, and
Yeah.
I think he's going to hit some straight long irons on some of these par fours. I'm excited.
I mean, he's just been hot. I mean, like, to win at the Players and spent all over the leaderboards recently. Like, he had chances past weekend, so it's a good call. Keep going.
Yeah. Top 5 is Got Her Up.
Like it.
And that is, I think he's a little underrated right now. I can't remember his odds, but they were pretty solid for top 5. So I'm going to go Got Her Up. I haven't watched too much of his golf, so I kind of want to pay attention and see.
I mean,
how he
2
does.
wins on the tour this year. I think he's alone, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason.
He's good. We'll see if the course fits him. Not sure about that. Okay, and then my top 10, I think I'm going to pick Maverick McNeely.
Like it.
I think I saw he tied for 3rd last year. Yep,
That is a
tied
good
for
pick.
3rd last year. And top 10 is plus 360. So, I don't know. It's one of those 21.7% top 10 probability. So, 1 in 5 chance. Here we go.
I mean,
nice.
like, I like the Mav McNeely pick. Got Her Up's good. I mean,
It's a fun list too. I get to go watch some, not Scotty, again, not that I don't want to, but I think it'll be fun. It'll be a good week. Like you said, Miller, great location.
Yeah, I mean, premier guys. Like, I don't think you've been there, but this is like top East Coast locations you could have, especially for all the other signatures too. Like, this is kind of its own like major venue. If it wasn't Harbour Town, like in this annual like Heritage tournament, it would be somewhere you see like one of the other majors happen at.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call it out there. I mean, I guess I'm fully biased. I'm rocking all the gear, and I'm gonna pull up the flag one more time, just for the fans. But yeah, this is Harbour Town. Welcome to the show. Okay, welcome to the show.
I love it, guys. So there's your Cosmos Crew picks. Me and Andrew will be playing on Sunday morning in a USAM Tour event. So that's early morning. So be on the lookout for some story updates on that. We're looking for the Cosmos Crew to take home some trophies there. So
yeah, I'm really excited for that tournament. I think we just prepared with a round today, got through some really good stuff. We tried copying Rory's 3/4 9-iron on number 12 on Sunday, and I think it really worked on par 3s because like for Kevin, he was just hitting it, swinging too hard or something, and then now took this 3/4. Man, it was holding so much straighter. It was awesome.
Yeah, much better control. I think watching Rory succeed with that and lead to the win, it enabled us to go, it's okay to do that. And it's actually, you should do that. You don't need to full swing every number you see.
Welcome to my kind of golf. Okay. Like, what? You guys are swinging like wedges, like full strength all the time. I'm doing chop down 9s from 120 every weekend. Like, take the risk out of it, because sometimes that wedge hooks, or you don't like the lie. Like, the 9s just got to get a bit more forgiveness. But
well, that's what I love around the green. So I'd say for me, I use that idea around the green when I'm like today I hit 52 on number 16 Lagos, just bumped it up for my bump and run, and it almost went in the hole. But it was literally like a little, it's kind of that same theory. You just kind of like hit it low. What are you doing?
No, Bobby, it especially Tiger always talked about like how he'd hit like a 7-iron a few different ways, or all these clubs different ways, right? Like sometimes you want to knock down, sometimes the wind, you don't want to let it hang too high. But I mean, that you saw Rory do it in the most critical moment. It's because it takes a ton of risk out of the shot, right?
Yep.
And maybe he got a little lucky that, what was it, 12, right? Where like he said in the interview he aimed over the middle of the bunker, then he got lucky, it kind of rolled out to the right? But that was a guarantee going to make it on the green, instead of him having to hit that wedge a bit harder, and maybe there was a little bit of a swirl, maybe it hits the bunker, right? Like, it's something I think we all should be doing more, but I'm glad you're just learning about it for the first time.
Well, I think it's
hold on, if you want, like, feel free to switch your putters too. Okay, like,
I
I'm cool
used the
if you guys
blade today.
He got back.
You guys are,
Dude,
you know what?
feels
Back to
good.
blade.
It felt good today. Okay, so it's just
What's your blade? You Scotty Newport 2 as well.
2.5, I think.
Welcome back, and we embrace you. But I'm sorry you had mental issues for a while. But
Welcome back to the church.
I won't be caught. I won't be caught dead carrying a spider. Okay, I've seen mallets for years. I know they got hot because
The marketing got good.
To hit. But
Well,
no,
I mean, it
the
is a
blade
fact
is
you'll
the
roll the ball
way.
better, but the blade helps.
What do you mean it's a fact, dude?
It's a fact,
you're
bro.
a stick handy. Hold up, you're a stick handicap, and I think I beat you in putting competitions. Like, what does that? What does that mean? It's a
Oh
fact.
yeah. Okay. Well, what
I'm
I'm
just kidding,
saying
by
is
the way. I know you're really good, but
Okay.
I think I'm better at putting.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Andrew was
it's nice to be
sinking
back.
putts today. That's for sure. The birdie
Okay,
at the
well,
last
and
one to beat me in handicap.
Kevin, I had 9 birdie putts with inside 15 feet today. It was crazy. I was
Wow,
like,
that's
I
a good
made
round.
3 of them, and could have made more. But I
That's
was
a good
like,
conversion rate still.
Right. It's kind of like I think I may have sunk more with my older putter just because I was used to it, but this felt way better to putt with because I could let the ball go, and I'm like, I know where that's going right away, you know.
So Andrew, like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're providing like almost like a larger point of view on this, what would you say to guys out there who have moved to the spider and maybe are thinking about moving back?
I wouldn't think
Give us your pitch.
I wouldn't say putting is I'm going to go back home and be there forever, right? It is, I have both because of this reason to be able to go where the putter is working. So I really don't think you choose one, but if someone's been on a spider, I'd say give a little blade a try, figure out what that ball feels like hitting the club, and then make your decision. Don't just be like, I'm a mallet only.
But that
at
putt
this
on
point.
18, Andrew, had so much break and so much touch and feel to it.
That's a good
I just
point.
don't see the mallet. I don't see you making that with the mallet, like
No.
getting that roll over and the speed and the break perfectly like you did today. I was surprised you made that, honestly. It was not an easy putt. Had a
I
hell
think
of a lot of break.
the realization is that mallets can roll a ball really straight really well.
Sure.
But controlling distance is harder, right? So you lose the distance, which actually is sometimes more important to get the ball to die in the hole, and that's how probably I hit that putt on 18.
No, because dude, when I was playing Arroyo, I was playing with my buddy Rick and Addison. I was rolling my blade. I almost hit one from 65 feet, like off the green. By the way, double breaker, like left and right and up and down. I'll say this though, I think it's interesting on our tour or like Friends of Golf that I've seen kind of the labs putters spike with JB, seen the mallets hit their peak, and I just hope another one comes out and you guys all switch to it and we keep going on this merry-go-round of swing thoughts with putters. But no, I'm just joking. But
I know.
I'll tell you this:
That's
if
good.
you love one putter and you're good with it, you don't need to change. I think putting's all mental, and it's all that kind of like stochastic volatility with the green and like linear algebra and trying to understand speed and break. Like I don't think the putter. It's like how surfing is, right? It's the surfer, not the surfboard. Same with golf. But here, I gotta probably hang up the cleats tonight.
Hey, yeah, good. Let's call it, guys. Good chat. It was a good post Masters. That big live news, and then everyone got our picks. I don't think you can go wrong with some of these picks that we picked. So I think hopefully we hit some of these for the fans out there.
We've been watching lots of golf.
Yeah. So, but thanks to all the fans. Whatever ladies got those hats, I would love to see some pictures of those.
We need them for the site, by the way. Need them for the site. Site's updated with bets, but we need ladies' hats out there. So,
and I know we gave some out. I know that they're probably listening. Some of them.
Yeah. You don't even need to have like. It could be like you just walking backwards. Don't need to be
put it
facing
on backwards. Yeah. Side
whatever
profile.
you want, or it's just in your backyard on the grass.
Yeah, because now I don't have any anymore because I gave
You don't
them
have
out.
any. Oh no.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm looking at one right now.
That's
no,
funny.
but we need some lifestyle shots.
Trying to give them some urgency, Andrew.
Yeah, it's like
when the baby's running around, take a picture, send it to us. We need that. I got to drop, but
hey,
see you tomorrow and see you at Harbour Town.
Yeah,
Last call
enjoy.
out.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank
gentlemen.
you.
It was a pleasure, and we'll talk to you soon. I'll see you out in the links. Peace.
See ya, Harbour
Peace.
Town. Thank you.